This live, and I did, but the video was 20 minutes long and it kind of closed on me. So we're gonna make this a little bit quicker. I won't pause it too much. So I already know some of the situations that happen, but I'll just say the same things that way, because I don't like trying to say things that I've already seen, because then it's like I already know how it happens and I know the best situation. So I'm just gonna try to keep it to what I would do in my own mind during these situations, instead of telling you how you could have done it, because I don't think that anyone can read the future. So not gonna be useful for me to tell you something that you can tell yourself. Here you see the ball is coming towards your side. He hits it. It comes towards your side. Teammates rotating back as well. So you've got plenty of time here. This enemy is going back. So you've got plenty of time here. You see that he might put pressure on it, but later on in the video, I did see that you put up some fake challenges, I think. So you know how to fake challenge. I'd just go fake challenge here, then come back and get a better angle, or put it to the sidewall. Because your mechanical ability is really solid, so I think you'll be able to do something great with that ball. Instead, though, because you hit it that way and then you tried to follow up, it doesn't really result in a play that is useful or results in a goal. And then here, what I noticed is that when you come back, as soon as you come back, you just need to push. Originally, I thought you had a teammate, and so I was like, oh, trust your teammate to just rotate back, like communicate and do that. But I think you're solo queuing. So in this case, just push this ball. You have 96 boost. Worst case scenario is you lose the 50 or you don't beat them, and you use 50 boosts, like max. So just push this, because if this enemy hits it out, your teammate is still rotating back this way and will be able to save that. If he doesn't save it, that's just unfortunate, and I wouldn't beat anyone up about it, yourself or your teammate. But because you sit in net here, if it does go behind like this, and this guy hits it, your teammate is still in rotation for it. But if he misses because he's expecting some pressure, then it could go behind you. You're only covering, this half of the net. You're not covering this side. Sorry about my voice. I'm a bit hoarse. This is why I said you fake challenged. You need to push this with the challenge. Since you still have 80 boost, you need to make a play that relieves some pressure off your teammate. He previously didn't grab boost, I don't think. Oh, he did. Pretty interesting. Because he should be using it to make a hit there, but he flips. Because this pressure is here, though, he's most likely just going to go back and grab boost or go back for defense. So you should put pressure on this. If he grabbed that boost, that means that he'll be able to save this even if you miss. So putting pressure here is important. You fake challenge here, which could lead to a goal if this guy actually gets a solid hit on it, but they block each other. Unfortunate. You get bumped by teammate. This is where you'd probably just go back. If you get bumped by teammate, that means he's probably going to go for another hit. Like 9 out of 10 times they'll go for a second hit if they get a first bump on you, because they think that you're out of position. Here I would have banged it to the corner. The best situation for you would have been in the corner, because if you turn your car and decide to go this way towards the ball, you'll bang it into corner. It will relieve pressure off your teammate, who should grab this boost and rotate back. And if you miss it, he's back to go for another challenge. But instead you hit it left, trying to shoot it, but again, he has a little bit too much. He's a little bit too close. This could result in you getting dunked on and then going towards your own side. So it would probably be better to hit it to corner. But you get bumped because of this, and teammate, of course, ball chases and goes for it. And of course, he does keep possession of it. He loses it right there, but you don't want him to rotate like that. You want to use your car's body language to tell him that you're still on this ball, and the only way to do that is to set up a play for either him or for yourself hitting it corner, and then you wouldn't really get bounced back here. He sees this. It looks like he's quicker, and he realizes a lot of the situations. So you can capitalize on that by making your plays very clear to him. Your rotation back here should be a bit wider, because if this ball gets banged really hard, you'll need to be wider in order to save it and be clearing the same way the ball is going, so you keep momentum. But instead he hits it soft here, so if he jumps up and goes again, it's going to go way past you. You don't want to be turning here. You want to keep your rotation back. He goes for a demo here, and again, if his teammate beats you, that's a straight-on goal. Like, your teammate is not far enough back to save this. So it's risky to do that, but it works out. In this situation, I guess that is all right. Teammate is a little bit too risky here. He saw that you were passing, so again, that's just unfortunate. I think if you gave yourself a little more time with this play, they'd both be on your half, and you'd be able to get a possessive clear. Unfortunately, it results in one of them being back and your teammate double committing. You did have good speed here trying to get back, but it was just set up poorly, unfortunately, and he committed too hard. Some of those things you can't prevent, so I wouldn't beat yourself up over that. Teammate goes for you for some reason, even though ball's on the side, he should be going this way. So if you see him in this situation, you need to grab this boost and go straight back to defense. I don't remember what happens here. Yeah, you need to keep going for defense. Pushing up here is a little risky. I get that only one defender is back, but most of the time in higher ranks, they're going to bang this or keep possession of it, and you being back, if they challenge here, is the best play. Like, they had way more time than they used. He hit it too soft, and his teammates should be following up here, but they don't. So I just play a little bit safer, especially since you know your teammate is a bit crazy on the ball. Good possession. Unfortunately, you ran out of boost, but you're rotating back, which is good. I wouldn't push this at all. You see, you have two enemies who just made their play. He's going like this for some reason, and this guy's going back, so there should be no pressure on ball. Your teammate's going to make a U-turn here, so you should be continuing your rotation back. You see that, and you do turn away, but just maybe faster decisions. Good pressure here. You should have kept going. You see that this guy is flipping to ball, which means that he's rushing. He's gonna get outplayed by you if you put any pressure on ball. So as soon as you see him flip, just keep going. He's probably low boost, and thus why he did the front flip. It was a good clear and good rotation from you. Good possession of ball. Unfortunately, I think you're the only one to score goals for your team. I'm not sure, though. I don't remember. So this is definitely a rough game for your teammate, but there's some things you could have done to make him feel a little more comfortable. Here, maybe rotate right instead, because it works out here. But if this ball goes bang to your side, again, you want to be on the side of momentum to keep that momentum. So if teammate does get a second touch here, it'll drop down, and they're going to hit it this way. If teammate doesn't get a second touch, they might bang it straight up and above you, or they might bang it right, and so you'll need to be this way. If you see them both coming this way, that's why I say turn right, not left. You want to be on the same side of the ball. Luckily, he gets a really soft hit, and you're able to keep possession of ball. Good banger there. Try to get it into that corner. I think that's what you're maybe trying to do. Hitting it right there, again, we'll put it in the middle. And because it's slow enough, you could probably go for a bump or a demo. Yeah, and the enemy's not really pushing. So you could have capitalized on that. Teammate's a little bit hasty, so you're in a great position here to save, and you know your teammate's coming back. So let's see what you do with this. Good. You wait long enough that your teammate makes a play, and you're able to save. Unfortunately, I wouldn't expect pressure here from this guy, just because it would be a bad decision with his teammate back in your side, but they make the play anyways. Good pressure there, but just an unfortunate play. He should do something for a 50. He shouldn't really put it up, but he does. Good touch. Good job staying on ground here. Keep doing that, because there's no need to flip into this. You'll lose all control of the ball. So just punching it like that's good. Don't flip though for this, because you did a good job not flipping for the previous one. This will allow you to get back in case he bangs it into wall, and then you can shoot. It was good to challenge there. Originally, I disagreed because in my eyes, you're last man back, so you need to go straight to net. But I mean, you do technically beat this guy, and it could lead into a good play. So either way, that was a good play. And it was good to go all the way back here, though, because if this guy does get a banger, or if they pinch it, it's going to go straight to your side. So don't even hesitate, like, turning back. Going all the way back is great, because you know your teammate's low boost and you're low boost. So the pressure there would not probably benefit your team. Here, I'd turn off ball cam when you go up for this, right there, just to check who's still in net, if this guy committed or not. And then also, because you probably feel like you get a better angle on the ball, it would allow you to kind of see where you're shooting. If you know like where the ball's arc is going, then you don't ever really need ball cam on when you go for these, because you know where the ball's going to be. But just double tapping triangle or Y will allow you to see what's down there and allow you to see where you're shooting, because your teammate's back. Like, he's not going to be able to follow up a pass, so you have to kind of either shoot or put it to their side over here. And because they're low boost here, it's probably good to just take their corner boost. You probably could have kept possession here, but you see he's kind of close, so you throw it. If you're going to throw it this direction. That way he has to turn and chase it instead of just continuing the path he's already going. Not a bad play, but it could have been better. Just small things to improve on so far is what I'm saying. That was a close challenge, but it might not have been the most beneficial. It could have been, actually, because you see your enemies rotating back. But here, you do turn and keep the pressure good. You dropped it for teammate close. I'm expecting you to do what you did, but you missed, unfortunately. And yeah, this is going to result in a goal. That's unfortunate. I would brush off the miss and focus on continuing doing the things that I just talked about. Here, since you see your kickoff went towards the enemy, this is a big thing. If the enemy's in position where your kickoff is, just go back to net. Don't try to go for boost, especially since your teammate's not exactly reliable. You could grab this boost, this boost, and this boost, and then probably one more as you rotate back. And then if this 50 happens, you're much closer for the save. You do get it, though. If this guy misses, you should be rotating back so that your teammate can go next. And if this guy hits it, you should be rotating back so that you can get the next hit on the ball. So I'd go left here and continue your rotation so that your teammate doesn't. I don't think you can see him here, no. So that your teammate doesn't double commit if that happens. And you jump here, which is kind of unfortunate, but it's alright. Your rotation back should be good enough. He just bangs it. That works, I guess. Here, I wouldn't challenge. Your teammate should 100% go for this, since he did get the side boost. He should be able to at least get another touch no matter what. But he decides to go for their corner boost. So here, you need to go back. You know that they're not going to be able to get their corner boost, and they're not going to be able to get middle, so they're going to be starved on their way back, or towards your side. So at least you'd be able to keep possession of it. Here, though, he hits it before you, and it goes towards your side. This could be really dangerous, especially in higher ranks. Good touch there. You probably could have kept possession instead of flipping, but it was good that you hit it just in case this guy committed. I would not commit to this, which you're not, which is good. Because if he continues to try to touch it and you go up, you guys are just going to double commit. So it's a good decision not to. There's a shot opportunity. Again, if it's a miss like that, just brush it off. Don't let it affect your gameplay. Because things like that happen at every rank. Here, you see that one enemy just hit it, so he's probably going to rotate back. He's not going to challenge again because you've got possession of it. And this enemy is probably going for boost. So take your time here and bang it up to the net. But instead you kind of put it to him, which allows them to keep pressure. Teammate missed, and unfortunately another high shot. Keep brushing those off. Don't let them get to you, because the mentality is what you need to keep. Here you could have taken your time a little more, because there's one back. He's not doing anything. And also it's zero seconds, so he's not going to push. And this guy just made his push. He's got some time before he can press. So I'd wait and get a really good touch on this, either to your teammate or to net. Your teammate's probably waiting for a backboard hit, and then he could follow that up. But if you do go for a double touch like this, you'd also have a better touch on it because you took your time. Unfortunately, it was just a bit too low. Really good touch, second touch though, somehow. Because you got all the way back to where you were able to hit it. So you see your teammate's kind of doing this thing where he's not sure if he should go or not, so just let him do his thing and turn back here. You don't want to risk double committing with teammate, because if they take a shot here, this is a really crappy situation to be in, because you got to go for an aerial like that, and that's not going to be great. And you can't really trust teammate because he's doing this type of stuff. Awkward clear from him, so it's good that you turn back. And he jumps, which he shouldn't have. But because he does commit like this, you save your boost here, which is 70, which is great. You're able to use most of that to get this boost, and then you should be staying ground here and let him go for this, which you do. Good job. And then, unfortunate bounce there. You do get it towards your teammate. Free shot. Nope. He should be back passing here, so it would be smart to go straight towards him and then be ready to turn back in case he doesn't, which in this case, from his car's body language, he's telling you that he's going to go for a shot. So you shouldn't be approaching. And the reason why is because if he gets a 50 with this guy, it's not going to do any good because they've got a second man back. So just turn away from it, going again the direction of the ball. If you see that he's making this challenge, it's gonna go the direction they're facing. So I'd be turning this way. It's tough to think about these things during the game, but always just go the direction they're gonna be hitting it. Here you can keep possession or take a banger on net. But let's see. You try to keep possession and flick right there. If you can't flick in this situation, just take it either this way so that your teammate can get it, and take corner boost instead of doing this. Either do that or just go straight for corner boost, because these guys are starved. They're both back. They're both chilling. And if he goes for a clear on this, it's going to be a really weak... I can't draw an arrow today. It's going to be a really weak clear to their sidewall. But instead, you get this touch, which isn't really too good of a touch. I don't really think it was possible for... Oh, yeah, he could have shot. But it's really... No. It looks like it went a bit too wide. But either way, if you did that, you'd have full boost here, and they'd still be starved. But instead, you allow them to get this boost, and you have none. So you have to be careful with that. It's good that you're challenging this, because you know that they're there, but good fake, or good decision to decommit, sorry, because you have a decent amount of boost and no pressures on the ball. So you've got a chance to do something like this. You still have your flip there, so you might have been able to utilize that. Teammate should have seen that you were going for that, but because you see him charging full boost, this is where you just turn back. Hopefully you go straight back for defense. Good. You see him challenging, so once you grab this boost, just jump. He scrapes you, so you technically should have been demoed. And if your teammate loses this, that's not going to be a great situation. But it works, you know. You do avoid the demo. I think you actually turned pretty hard in order to avoid the demo, so it worked. But because he just went for that demo, you know he's not going to put pressure on the ball again unless he hits it this way. There's no way he's going to U-turn and hit it really hard. So you should be putting pressure on this ball right here after this 50, or attempted 50. You should be putting pressure on the ball, at least fake pressure. But he pops it down, and you allow him to get a hit, and that causes you to get a soft hit, which doesn't really work in your favor. And then this is going to be a goal. You should not go up wall here. Wall is the most dangerous place you can be when you're trying to save. Unless he's coming directly for a demo, don't go up wall. You should be going from here straight up to ball, because it's one, much quicker, but two, you have a lot more control than when you're on the wall. Also, your teammate commits to wall with you, and that causes this unfortunate goal double commit, and he leaves. I mean, I would leave too if I screwed up my teammate that hard. But yeah, I would stay on ground here. Almost always you should be staying on ground instead of wall. The only time you should be going wall is if it's above backboard. That's really the only time. I think that's all I've got to say about this. Solid gameplay.